Lake Tana, Ethiopia. It's the largest lake in Ethiopia and the source of the Blue Nile. It's the biggest lake in all the region, accounting for a staggering 50% of all inland water in the country at 35,000 square kilometers. Surrounding Lake Tana is one of the largest networks of wetlands in all of Africa. The islands are said to be home to about 15,000 to 20,000 inhabitants. There's 37 islands scattered around the surface of this lake shelter. About 20 of the islands are commonly visited by travelers as well as locals for the churches and monasteries found here. Many of these sacred places date back to the 13th century. Several Ethiopian kings and emperors are buried in monastery on the island of Daga. To get to the monastery, you'll have to take an extremely steep and winding path when you get to the island. While the church here is only 100 years old and considered to be fairly new, it houses a beautiful Madonna that was painted in the 15th or 16th century. The treasury of this monastery is an excellent attraction, having the remnants of a number of emperors in addition to the jewels and precious robes that they used to possess. The entire Lake Tana area, as well as the Blue Nile Gorge, feature a great diversity of birds, including endemic and migratory birds. The diversity of habitats, ranging from the rocky crags to the river rainforests, as well as the important wetlands, guarantee that several other diverse species can be seen right here. The world-renowned Blue Nile River, which emanates from the nearby Lake Tana, situated on the north of the beautiful town of Bahir Dar, is the source from where the famous Blue Nile starts. And it takes this long journey from Lake Tana all the way to Khartoum, and then finally on to the Mediterranean. The Blue Nile cascades down a 42-meter drop to produce a dazzling spray of mist and rainbows. The falls, interestingly, form a natural barrier for fish, allowing upstream fish to develop into separate endemic species. In the rainy season, when the falls are at their strongest, it's easy to see why the locals call it Tiz Abe, meaning the Great Smoke. The mist is incredible. It's been said that Lake Tana and the Blue Nile contribute up to 80% of the flow of the Nile River. Activities on Lake Tana include boat trips, bird watching, and hippo spotting. Several hippopotamus call Lake Tana home. They can be extremely interesting to see in the wild. Many of the local restaurants on the lake shores around Lake Tana serve fresh fish directly from the lake. These are interesting things with JC.